right, y'all. Now we're gonna talk about physical wellness, the quadrant. Now look, I struggle with this just like the next person. All right. So we gonna everybody everybody just calm down. We're gonna give ourselves grace. And we are gonna conquer the table, okay? Eating and drinking and doing all the things. Physical wellness is a very important quadrant, all jokes aside, because in order to do the work that we need to do, that God has instructed us to do with this life, we have to have a physical body that has the energy, that has the stamina, that has the mental clarity to actually do the thing, right? So we have to make sure that we are putting on our bodies and in our bodies exactly what it needs. All right. So that's what this quadrant is all about. Here are some questions for you to consider as you are plotting this area. This is a pretty good area. I think, when we go into a new year, everybody is, you hear a lot of the slogans, new year, new me, and there's a big rush to try this diet or that diet or count calories or do this fast or do that fast. I honestly feel like intentionality, again, that's the word for the week, I guess, but intentionality goes deep with this one, like in discipline. Because if you are not realistic about what you want to do or what you want to achieve, come on now. So if you have a goal, if you don't have a goal right now for physical wellness, I want you to write a goal for physical wellness. And I want you to be really specific about that goal. All right. I know we're not talking about goals today, but when I say specific, I mean, I don't want you to say, I want to lose weight this year. I want you to say, I want to lose this amount of pounds this year. And then I want you to be even more specific by saying, this is how much weight I want to lose this month. Then I want you to like go in there and say, I will lose this amount of weight by being intentional about what I eat for breakfast, choosing more protein, drinking more water, tracking my meals, like get into the details. That is the only way for sure. I'm talking to myself too. That's the only way for sure this quadrant is going to make any kind of sense. You have to hit your targets. And if you are at a healthy weight and you're pretty good about your diet and exercise, there's still other things when it comes to physical wellness that you need to be focused on. You know what I mean? Are you stretching enough? Are you moving enough throughout the day? You may not have a food problem. It may be the type of food. Maybe you need to add more protein into your diet. Maybe there are some vitamins that you need to take advantage of. Maybe hormonally for women, you have to go in there and get those things checked and see if everything is in balance. Do you need to add this? Do you need to take this away? There's so many different things that you can consider. All right. So here are a couple of questions to consider when you're thinking about your physical wellness and you are plotting your pictures and all the fun things on your vision board for this particular section. Okay. It's not about numbers or diet. It's about honoring the vessel that God has given us. All right. The vessel that is carrying purpose. What movement feels nourishing to your body? What kind of rest do you need more of? Sleep, stillness, Sabbath? How can you partner with your body rather than punish it? Oh my goodness. Did y'all feel convicted? I know I did. Sleep, stillness, Sabbath. How often do you just track how much you sleep? I need to do that. How often do you track it? Sleep is so very important, more important to uh, healing and everything than we actually may realize. If you think about it, hospitals have beds. And the first thing they do is a lot of times if you are seriously injured, they're going to put you in like a state where you're able to sleep and rest. That means you're not going to be all in your head. You're not going to be trying to move around and do anything. You're actually stopping and being still. What if we can just do that? May take a preventive measure and do that anyway. Get more sleep. That is definitely on my to-do list when it comes to physical wellness is getting more sleep, good sleep, right? Not just naps or not just a few hours here and there, but really good intentional sleep. And then stillness. Oh my goodness, how often do you, I have my phone right here beside me. How often do we just sit still, but we're on our phones or we're talking to somebody, we're texting, we're scrolling, we're doing something, but we're not just still and doing absolutely nothing, right? And then the Sabbath, how often do we just say, today I am not doing anything? I am going to honor the Sabbath and keep it holy. I'm not going to try to add one more thing into my day. All right. Am I talking to you? I'm talking to myself. I know that. So just consider this space, this physical wellness space on your vision board a sacred space. All right. I want you to remember that your health matters, not because of how you look, but because of how you are going to live. And you cannot fulfill any of these goals. You cannot, you know, see any of this through if you are not physically well enough to be able to carry it through. All right. You with me? Okay. All right, y'all. Well, that is all I have for you. I hope that something in today's message just stuck with you, and I pray that uh, that we all are able to be more intentional, disciplined, and just see these physical wellness goals through for the year. All right. I will talk to y'all the next time. That's all I have for you today. Bye.